There's something in my upbringing, some childhood ghost that is making anxiety occur this morning as if I'm going to get in trouble for showing up with all of this. So I had to sit this morning with my journal, take a few deep breaths, and make it like the Zen sand garden, to have an experience with my journal, watching the fountain pen tip write words and being in a state of gratitude for acknowledging and honoring that all of this entertainment honors a time that my husband and I enjoyed together. And I have to shift my perspective because I really see it as a cleansing for myself to get rid of this stuff and to feel as though maybe I'm dumping it at the library, and rather see it as I'm a benefactor. I wasn't kidding when I said I had a pickup truck full. Gee, someone shop at Box Lunch often? I'm taking something that has been static and just sitting, and I'm giving it new life. I've been inspired to share it and to move it on, and that this donation is a gift that's actually going to shift the culture around this library and the community that it serves, that I'm going to be breathing new life into these items that have been static and getting dusty. And just sharing that a process like this isn't simple, and many times this is why we don't want to go through the clutter and move things forward, because it tugs at the heartstrings. But today's the day. I'm going to reclaim this floor space, and as you can see, I've already started putting things on the shelves as a way to inspire myself to see the future. I took these paints to kind of delineate where the colors are probably going to be, but I'm really loving the empty space. And when I curate what goes on these shelves, I really want to let them breathe and let them have empty space. Yes, new stuff. It's like Christmas. Thanks, buddy. Merry Christmas. I want to do the Meposian dance of joy. Does anybody remember it? You can't see it because it's down here. Oh my God. They were very grateful at the library. I felt like the one woman did a little bit of a jump, and it may have just been because I packaged everything in small, manageable packages, and she was delighted that I made it easy for her, she said. But how interesting to deal with my own emotions about this. I switched my thought process around going there feeling afraid and letting childhood ghosts dominate my emotions. During the ride down there, I did some deep breathing to deal with the anxiety. And I decided that no matter what happened, once I got there, I would deal with any kind of emotion. So I tried to get rid of my own expectations and live in the moment. That's the dream, right? That's the practice. So there wasn't convenient parking near the door. When I got there, I parked where I could. I went in and I spoke to them, and they were kind. And I said, I have a lot more than the 2 carts you have here for me to fill. They said, don't worry, we'll find more carts. Okay. And so I started bringing everything in, carts at a time. I decided not to rush. I didn't want to fall off the back of the pickup truck. I decided, hey, if they think I'm going too slow, they can come out and tell me. Otherwise, I was going to go at my own speed, and brought everything in. It worked out well, transitioning between an empty cart and a full cart. And I had asked them if I could, did they mind if I kind of pivoted the pickup truck right there by the entrance, which blocked a handicap parking spot temporarily. There were more in the lot that were empty. Yeah, fine. And how interesting, though, I decided to be brave. That what I told myself is no matter what their reaction is, it doesn't diminish who I am. It doesn't make me less of a person if I'm going to come across somebody who might be aggravated because I'm giving them work to do, which they didn't act that way at all. It turned out fine. But I was dealing with my own energy around this. And so I decided to be okay with standing there. I just feel like I had an enlightened moment, and how can I express that to you so perhaps you can embrace this idea? I was willing to face whatever was going to happen. And I knew that I would be able to walk away with myself still intact. And so I lingered at the end and said, everything okay? And they said, yes. Thank you. Have a nice day. It was almost like, here's your hat, what's your hurry? As my sister would say. It's like they didn't need me around anymore, and they were like busy beavers. They were going through it all and checking, making sure there was DVDs in the cases, and they were already like, okay, these are music CDs, these are movie DVDs. Let's move on, right? Because even though that was some physical labor yesterday, after I got home, had a little something to eat, I played and started curating the shelves. And guys, I tried, the new wireless mic is on, so when I turn around now and face this way, you should still hear me okay. So up here is just the curated collection of DVDs I kept for myself. And since the shelves up at the top are high, I figured I didn't want to use them for supplies. So I'm thinking, you know, journals that I've finished will go up here. And I hope it's not out of the screen for you. But I feel like that's okay, because that very tippy top shelf is really not, excuse me, not what this is about. White, red, orange, yellow. And that was the other thing I realized, you know, once we start getting, it looks like in camera, I could still fill this shelf here, but these shelves go to the floor. But you won't see that when we're doing projects and you're listening to me and working here. You won't see them. Green, blues, purples, blacks. And I don't know if you remember, I said I want to seasonally change the shelves, but I had pictured originally that, so maybe the orange and yellow would shift down, like this would be orange and yellow, and this would be seasonal, and then the same over here. So purple and black would shift down, and this would be seasonal. But then I thought to myself, Okay, it's January. I still want to focus on winter, which would be blues, maybe purples. So, like for instance, I took out, it's the other thing I did, I added some lighting up here. But for winter, so I have these snowmen in blue outfits, ties and bows. So I figured they should stay out for a little bit. But of course, everywhere you go, because Christmas is over, it's all Valentine's Day, right? So in playing with this process, I decided, so let red be the theme for this season. And what I'll do for each season is I will curate ephemera that I have and stickers and specific themed items that I wouldn't have out all year round, and put them in like this little acrylic case and then stick it on the shelf. So for instance, I filled this with heart stickers, heart doilies. I even have some wooden heart ribbon. Just all things in my stash that's related to Valentine's Day and love. I have stickers here from when I was back in school. This is late 70s, early 80s. So that's my plan. But I love that it's a work in progress. And I love that they're mostly empty right now. I really, really don't want to fill them chock full. I want them to breathe. And it just so happened that I had, which one can I pull out? So when I cleared out the basement, it turned out I had these magazine holders. And it just so happened I had 8 of them, which fits perfect with my whole rainbow scheme, including the black and the white. And putting them this way with the top facing out, I already had in the filing cabinet these clear envelopes with scraps in them. So all purple scraps all in one envelope. So it was so easy for me to just take these, put them on the shelf, go through my filing cabinet, and last night just take the colors and put them where they need to be. And how fun when you have something like this to maybe use as a little container to put on the shelves. So far I have the acrylic paints just because they're just so wonderfully color coordinated. I love that their colors stand out. So I have acrylic paints, I have the Distress Oxide ink pads, ribbons, Snoopy of course, silk ribbon and buttons. Buttons, love my buttons. I can't even believe that the rainbow wall is a reality, guys. So excited. So excited. All right. That's it for this video. Because I have other projects I want to do. I have a review of the 2025 quarterly Memory Keeper journals. And because I've been knee-deep in this project, I'm 2 weeks behind on my current Gratitude Sundays, and I have a lot to be grateful for. And since Snowmageddon is coming this weekend, be safe, everybody, because this is nationwide apparently going to hit. Be safe, stay home, craft. Yeah, I'm thinking I need to churn out a couple of videos this weekend. Don't you agree? Well, I hope the new microphone worked. According to the little volume thing I'm watching off to the side, it can hear me. Phoenix years indeed. Laugh at life, guys. Laugh a lot. See you soon. Ciao.